Bake with Lisa T. So today I am really liking my Easter decor. I have like this Hawaiian Easter necklace thing that goes around your neck. It's really for spring, but it's all the Easter colors: pastel pink, green, lavender, and blue. So I thought this would work well. I threw on my pink sweater so that you can see how I look. And since my sweater is from the golf store, I threw on my little golf white visor for you guys. So I am really digging this look a lot, as you can see. Yes, yes. Okay, today's episode I am super excited about, because today I will be doing the Easter Bunny baskets. And it is something that I think is going to be the #1 seller for all the parents who want to send their kids a special Easter basket with great treats in there that they'll actually like. A lot of the Easter baskets that are out there that you see in Walmart and the regular stores, they have things that you really don't like and little toys that these kids really don't want to play with. They want something to eat. So I saw this neat little idea, and I think this is going to be the #1 seller for Easter. So the Dollar Tree has these cute little Easter bunnies, and they come in all colors. There's a pink, there's a blue, there's a yellow, and then there's a lavender. All my Easter colors. That's how I came up with the idea of what color I wanted to do. I'm actually surprised they didn't do a green bunny, but they don't. And the fabulous thing about these bunnies are they are 2 pieces. They snap together and they open up. Ta-da! Isn't that neat? So we are going to use this as our basket instead of a regular like plastic basket. We're going to use these. That way they'll be able to go in the mail and really mail out really nice and neat in shipping. And I am going to fill them with some treats, and you'll have some little shredded paper in here. And they're just going to be neat and nifty. They'll snap together, and oh God, we'll be able to decorate this, and it'll be really pretty. So I will be putting 4 treats in the Easter baskets this year. So we are going to have an egg mold. We're going to have a cake sickle. We're going to have a strawberry dipped in chocolate, and we're going to have an Oreo that is dipped in chocolate. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and get started on creating our Easter bunny baskets. I will let you know that I am going to take the camera off of me, and you will see me doing each treat up close. I want you to be able to see me doing each treat up close. And then once you watch that portion of the episode, I will come back and we will put everything together and see the finished product. So let's get started. So first we're going to start off with dipping the strawberry. I've already melted my chocolate. Just stirring it around a little bit. I already have my plate lined with wax paper, because this will have to go into the refrigerator to harden. So I just put toothpicks in the top so that I can get a nice grip for dipping. I've already cleaned the strawberry. So you want to kind of push your chocolate so that you could just dip down. You can wiggle it around. Let all the excess chocolate fall off by shaking. Just like that, you have your dipped strawberry. I have some sprinkles here that I'm going to just put at the top. I have just a little spoon And I'm doing it while the chocolate is soft and hasn't dried yet. Just a little bit more here. Just one at the top. Just a nice little decor. I'm just looking around, making sure I have them at the top where I want them. You can press down, make sure you get it filled in. And just like that, the dip strawberry is done. We just put it on the plate and it will dry. We will stick this in the refrigerator for anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes just so that the chocolate can harden. So next up is going to be our Oreo cookie that will be covered, dipped and covered with chocolate. So we just pour in some chocolate. Wiggle it around a little bit. Probably want a little bit more because we want it to come on the sides. So I have a nice fair amount in there. As you can see, a little bit over half. You just take the cookie. Some of you have seen me do this before. We're just going to press down. And just keep pressing down till you feel like your cookie's down in there securely. The chocolate will start to rise on the side, and that's how you want it. And then we'll just put a little chocolate on top. And just smooth it out. Make sure you have no air bubbles. Just shake it a little bit. Just like that. The Oreo cookie and chocolate will go into the refrigerator for 20-25 minutes, and then we'll pop it out and decorate it. So once your Oreo has been into the refrigerator for 20-25 minutes, we want to go ahead and pop it out. Easy peasy. Ta-da. We're going to go ahead and add a little design on here. So I have some melted chocolate. Hold on. Some melted chocolate. And we're going to add some sprinkles. I just got melted chocolate in a little bag, of course. Bring it in closer so you can see. I'm just drizzling on top. Adding some sprinkles. Just like that. We have the Oreo. So next up, we're going to do the egg mold. And my egg mold has two different designs on there. One is just little squiggly lines, one is squiggly lines with the dots. So I think I'm going to do the squiggly lines with the dots. So same thing here. We're just going to pour the chocolate inside the mold. And once again, as you all know, you just move it around. Make sure you get all the chocolate up on the sides. And then there's quite a bit of chocolate in there, so we're going to go ahead and pour it out. Now, I have had a question on molds. A lot of people say their chocolate breaks. Then you're not putting enough chocolate inside your mold. It needs to be thick, so I recommend that once you do the first one, then pop it in the freezer, and then take it out and do a second coating, and make sure you move it up, the chocolate up around the sides. So the egg is done. We're going to do a cake sickle. So same thing here. We're going to pour in the chocolate. And we're going to move it around just like we did with the other one. Just getting it up on the sides. And if it comes out over the top, that's fine. Remember, I showed you guys how to clean it up, and I'll show you the same way how to clean it up again, if need be. Same thing here. We're going to do we'll do two coatings, so let the excess pull out, drip it out. One thing you want to do here is you want to stick your popsicle stick. Want to go ahead and stick it in, because you don't want to cover up that hole, so it's hard. Both of these will go into the freezer. Not the refrigerator. We're going to put these in the freezer. So we'll put these in the freezer for about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll take them out and put a second coating on top before we fill them. I won't show you the second time that I go around. I'll just show you when I actually are going to fill them and finish them up. So now that your egg chocolate has hardened, and you can see I went in and did a second time around the edges, made it really thick. See how thick it is? We're going to go ahead and fill it with some cake with frosting in there. And this is just a butter cake. And then we're just going to pour some chocolate. On top, spread it around, make it nice and even and hard. And we will pop that into the freezer to harden. We'll keep it in there for about 20-25 minutes. So once your egg mold has sat in the freezer for 30-35 minutes, we want to go ahead and take it out. As you can see, it's hard. So we're going to go to rubber. We're going to go ahead and remove it. Just pull back your rubber. And here we have an egg mold. We're going to clean it up, because if you used a lot of chocolate because you were nervous, no problem. Like I've mentioned before, you want to be kind of heavy on the chocolate so that your sides will be nice and strong and your mold will not break. Just make sure you have a sharp knife to go around the edges. Like I said, this is hard chocolate, so there's nothing. Just apply a little strength. And you're just cleaning up your mold, going around the base, taking off all the excess chocolate. See? We're just taking off the excess chocolate. The key is to make sure you have a sharp knife. And just like that, everything has been removed from the egg. I want to go ahead and decorate it a little bit, so I'm going to just dust some gold dust on here. Kind of bring out the decor a little bit. I really fell in love with my gold dust this year. So I've been using it on everything. And I'm falling in love with the embossing molds. So I really went over the decor, which with the little lines. But the egg could be nice and shiny, and you can actually see the design. So now you can see the design. And it's done. Voila. Now that your cake sickle has hardened up, as you can see, I went back in and moved it around to the edges. That's what I mean by you want it to be thick, so that a lot of people said that their chocolates were breaking. And so that's how you solve that. You make sure you do a second coating, which I showed you. Here's a second coating. And see how I've taken it up around the sides? You don't have to worry about how yucky it looks, because that part is not going to show and they're going to eat it. It's hard chocolate. So we're going to fill this with some cake. Some butter cake here. Want to push your stick back in. Make sure you got it in some ways. And make sure the cake's packed down in there. Like I said, cake sickles and little molds, these are only like a bite, maybe a bite and a half. So you want to make sure you give them enough to really enjoy. So it's packed down. Now we're just going to cover this as well. And I think with a lot of you guys, you're afraid to use your chocolate. Don't be afraid to use the chocolate. You can always clean it up, which I will show you. So today I'm using a lot of chocolate so you guys can see. How it looks with a lot of chocolate so that you guys molds and things won't be breaking. And so just like that, this is done. Ta-da. And this will go into the freezer for 20-25 minutes. You can put these in the freezer now and not the refrigerator because they have completely been covered. Once they are in there 20-25 minutes, we will take them out and we'll begin to decorate and fill our Easter Bunny basket. Once you take your cake sickle out the freezer, that's been in there for about 30-35 minutes, you will see that it is hard. So we're just going to get ready to remove the cake sickle. And you want to go down and work with your stick kind of slowly to make sure it comes out. Like I said, take your time. You're not in a rush. You want to make sure you get it out and everything looks good. See, you have your cake sickle and you see all the extra excess we have. All you're going to do is take our little knife and we're just going to trim that off. It's just chocolate, so it will come off. So I said you don't have to worry about it. You can always trim off your chocolate and make it look nice and pretty. And you just go around. As you can see with your paring knife, I've showed you guys this before. That's how I always do. And just go around your outline of your cake sickle and remove all your excess chocolate. Easy peasy. And it's chocolate, so don't be afraid to work with it. It's hard. I'm trying to show you up close what I'm doing. You just want to make sure you have a sharp knife. So that it could take your chocolate off in nice even strokes. So I did this really thick and really a lot around here because I wanted to show you guys that you can cake it on thickly in your mold so then you don't have to worry about your cake sickle coming out and falling apart on you because you didn't use enough chocolate, which I've heard a lot of people have done. So if you're generous and you use a lot of chocolate, just to make sure your cake sickle is secure and your sides are good, that's great, because all you gotta do is go around and clean it up like we just did. Now, it may take you a little longer to do your cake sickles if you have to do it like this, but at least you got a nice, clean, neat cake sickle. And just like that, your cake sickle's nice and clean and neat. Ta-da! Cake sickle done. We're going to put a little decor on here. I'm going to drizzle with some chocolate. Just across the top. And then I'm just going to drop a few sprinkles on here. Not too many, since I have quite a few on my Oreo. I want another yellow one. And just like that, cake sickle is done. Easy peasy. Cake sickle done. So now that I've shown you guys up close all the treats and how they are to be made to go into the Easter Bunny basket, we will go ahead and prepare the basket. I will let you know that each treat will be individually wrapped and sealed in its own individual plastic like bag. But so that you guys can see up close how it looks, I'm just going to put the treats in on top of the shredded paper, but that's not how it will be sealed up. So I went on and put just some shredded paper into the back side, which is the back side of the bunny package. And then we have the treats. So we want to go ahead. I have the cake sickle here. Remember the cake sickle? Just adding it in. And then we had the strawberry. And I'll take the toothpicks out. And then we had the egg. And then we had the Oreo. And then just like that, we have the full basket done. Trying to show you. Ta-da! I can't hold it up or they will move. I'll do you an up close view. So I'll bring it in closer. So that's everything in. Ta-da! All the pieces. And then your top will just snap on. Make sure I get all the sides snapped in. There we go. Everything's snapped. And since this is just what's now, I'll just show you. So I have it, so you have it set up. And there it's done. Ta-da. Very nice and neat. Like I said, I think this is going to be a big seller. I'm going to show you, I already have one packaged up and done. And this is a yellow bunny. Already in the wrapper, and already has this stuff going around it. How neat and tricky is that? I'm going to bring you in up close so that you can see the bunny up close. I'll take the camera off of me. So now that you've seen the up close view of the yellow packaged bunny already done, I just wanted to bring it back so that you see it standing up once again. Ta-da. And like I said, it's filled with a strawberry, a cake sickle, an Oreo dipped in chocolate, and an Easter egg chocolate mold. Once again, I just wanted you to know that these come in all colors. You can get blue, you can get pink, you can get lavender, or you can get yellow. There's no green, unfortunately. But yes, I do feel like these are going to be big sellers. I can't wait to send these off to my grandchildren and Indy. And I just hope you guys all enjoy the Easter Bunny basket, at least my version of it. Don't forget to follow us on Thomas Edibles or subscribe to our YouTube channel at Thomas Edibles. And I want to thank you guys all for watching the episodes, and bye-bye.